Speaker, I'm Julius Ihonvbere, OON, member representing Owan Federal Constituency, Edo State. My motion is on the urgent need to investigate federal government abandoned properties across the Federation. The House notes that buildings belonging to ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government have been abandoned across the Federation. Also notes that the situation, though precipitated in some cases by the hurried relocation of the federal government to Abuja from Lagos in the aftermath of the 1990 coup, has not elicited any clear policy on commercialization, outright disposal, or rehabilitation and allocation to agencies in need of office spaces in Lagos and elsewhere. Informed that most of these abandoned properties across the country have since become a haven for hoodlums, kidnappers, miscreants, armed robbers, and venues for other antisocial vices, as evidenced in a recent video released by Pulse News and TV that has gone viral. Also informed that according to an investigative report by Pulse News, there are over 60 abandoned properties belonging to the federal government in Lagos alone, including the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund, Old Federal Secretariat Ikoyi, Old Defense House, Lagos Island, Ministry of Communications, Obalende, Ministry of Defense, Lagos Island, and National Assembly Complex, Lagos Island, amongst others. Worried that a country so richly blessed like Nigeria has remained underdeveloped, likely to the unprecedented wastages, inefficient utilization of resources, and a very bad maintenance culture, and concerned that the abuse, misuse, and illegal appropriation of government properties across the tiers of government has become a threat to the will of development and growth in our country. Resolved, therefore, that the House set up an ad hoc committee to investigate the status, use, and current state of all federal government property in all parts of the country and report to the House in 4 weeks for further legislative action. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. A straightforward motion. When you see these videos, you will feel very sorry for this country. Some of us are familiar with the buildings in question, and you see the state in which they are today, you feel sorry for Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, there are federal agencies in need of office spaces, even in Lagos and elsewhere. Those buildings could even be commercialized or even disposed to people who are willing to convert them into residential buildings, hotels, and other areas, and government will earn money. But to abandon them the way they are, I think is a criminal offense. How can a government spend public funds to design skyscrapers, huge buildings, and then abandon them? No plan, no policy, no direction, no shame. It's becoming very embarrassing. And when I saw that video, I felt personally embarrassed. Mr. Speaker, I've been saying in this House, on this floor, that the Nigerian governing class and the ruling class must be feeling embarrassed now that since political independence, they cannot stand up, beat their chests and say, we have succeeded in solving this problem. Housing, we have not solved. Office space, even for workers, we have not solved. Yet we have facilities. If they don't want them, let them issue a policy, give them to the state government. If they want to use them, let them put them to good use. Mr. Speaker, the maintenance culture in this country is embarrassing. I have traveled around the world and I've been to public offices in several countries. I have not seen anywhere where people invest public resources in putting up edifices and allowing them to run down even when still occupied. But in these cases that they've just been abandoned there, 60 of them in Lagos, and they're all over the place. And I think the purpose here is for this committee to draw attention to this, let a policy come out of it. Let us decide whether we want to commercialize, we want to dispose of them, or we want to at least allocate them to agencies that are in need of space. Mr. Speaker, that is the purpose of this motion, and I hope honorable colleagues will support it so that we can at least make use of our assets. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To investigate the status and what could be possibly done about these buildings.
Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it.